Hello guys, this is Rama from Techniking. So in this Thursday we had a workshop on Git and GitHub. So in this workshop some people miss to attend the event or some people miss some concepts during the event. So this is a glimpse video for who missed the event or missed some concepts. So let's start from our video. Okay, if you see. Yeah, website. For example, google.com. You can see what how this website works. It is quite interesting, right? So if you see this website, there are a lot of elements and a lot of stuff behind this. So if you inspect this website, each and element is made up of HTML code. So what is this HTML? So let's understand what is HTML and how your basic app works. If you see the browser can understand only three concepts, that is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So if you see HTML, let's start making a HTML file directly. It is not quite complex. So I will open a file in VS Code. It's open. So I will create a file named as index.html and I'll write some stuff. So this is the basic structure of HTML. So if we see this part, we are denoting the page file is html.type and this is the HTML concept. So everything inside this point, inside this tag is HTML and we are denoting it is written in English language. And this part of HTML is head of the HTML that consists of metadata of the HTML page, this HTML page, and this is title of the HTML page. And if I run this page, like you can see, this is the page that we run. It says document, and the title of the page is document. I will change the title into my name, that is Rama. And inside this body, we can add any stuff that want to be in this part of the page. For example, I will start from writing hi. So you can see hi here. I want to make it bold. So I will use a tag known as h1. I will use one tag h1, which means header1. So I will write hi. Save it and run it. You can see the bold header file. If you write it on H2, it will quite smaller like this. So if you use H3, H, if you use H3 tag, it will quite smaller like this. So this is known as header tag. So moving on, there is many tags inside HTML. I will teach few of the tags like p tag. P tag means paragraph tag. So it is quite smaller than h tag. We can see now. My name is Rama. By denoting it is saying my name is Rama. So there are one more tag I like to say, that is image tag. We can denote images. Before that, we will download some image from online. So I will try to download some image from my website. Okay. I'll try to drag and drop. So we can import the image using this image tag src equal to. I will copy the relative part of the image and paste it right here. And I didn't forget to close the tag. If you see, you can see the image of the. You can see this image on web page. So you can resize using some steps on here. I'm not gonna go with the HTML. So you can let lot of HTML stuffs right here. Moving on to GitHub. To use Git or GitHub, I will explain what is Git and what is GitHub. So I have a PPT, I guess, right now. I will try to open. Okay, I don't want PPT, I guess. I will explain. I will try to explain without PPT. So to understand what is Git and GitHub, it is quite complex but easy to understand. So if we go back to our HTML file, so it is so simple. Like if you see, it is so simple, and we try to update this HTML page. So we will make it easier and faster. So we will go to ChatGPT and write about myself, and I will ask ChatGPT to make yeah, interactive portfolio is uh, my profile using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in a single HTML. So ChatGPT is making website for us. Before that, I will explain Git is a vision control system. For example, you are making a website. Now you want to update it. Like, what would you do? You will make index2.html, and then you will go to this page and you will paste. You will start writing a new page, like again port portfolio folio, and you will name it as vision 2, like index vision 2. You will name it like this, and then you will copy the entire code, and then you will paste it like this. So it is quite complexing stuff, right? You can't make multiple visions of the web page. So to alter this, we are making GitHub. We are using Git and GitHub. So how, before seeing what is Git and GitHub, let's see how Git made. So we all know the OSs, like we are using Windows in nowadays, like Windows, Mac, iOS in Apple iPhones, and Android in Android phones. So those are OS. There is one more famous OS is known as Linux. Linux is the OS that is made by Linux. So he made this website, he made this OS for his college days to make submit the project and to play a game on Linux. The fun fact is nowadays Linux is not used for gaming. Windows is mostly used for gaming, and Linux is mostly used for developing projects and using as a server and open source operating system. So apart from those, where Linux made Linux OS, but it can't able to maintain the OS. Because it made some new updates on OS like this with index version 1, version 2. So he can't able to maintain the files of the Linux. So he designed a concept known as Git. The Git concept later useful for most of the developers to maintain the code and versions of the software. And then GitHub. If you see what is GitHub, GitHub is a software like if you music is a thing, music is a stuff, but Spotify is a hub for music. Similarly, Git is a thing and GitHub is a hub for codes. You can say codes. So GitHub is made for to maintain the code on the cloud. So GitHub is developed by someone. Later, it was acquired by. Later, it was acquired by Microsoft. I guess. So, like as I said, for music is a stuff. Spotify is the hub. For videos, you can say video is a hub, and YouTube is the video is a thing, and YouTube is a hub for a lot of videos. And similarly, GitHub, you can find a lot of codes like you can see the code for portfolio. Before that, uh, we will see the code that is generated by ChatGPT. It is quite interactive, not bad. We can see it is quite perfect. You can say, okay. So if we see GitHub and GitHub, okay, this is my profile in GitHub. So if we see the technical website, for example, there is technical website of our club, and the source code for the tech website is here. So GitHub is mainly used for multiple stuff. One is version control. For example, we have 41 commits. Like we can make a stuff and go back to the stuff like last version. For example, September 5, today we had a major small mistake that we fixed, and there are a lot of stuff we can maintain and update using GitHub. This is known as version control. Apart from this stuff, you can maintain your code safely on cloud, not in our local device, and you can get your code on any time and safely. That is safely in Microsoft server. And apart from those things, you can do contributors. For example, some projects, there are many projects in office. If you go to office after your college or internship time, a single project is not developed by a single person. There are many people in a single time who work in a single project. So similarly, this technical website is made by three contributors like me and Vaibhav Pipla and Shaksham Arora. So many people, contribute on this single website. And then, for example, each person will allocate each and every different web pages. Um, so one will take responsibility for index, one will take responsibility for form.html, like this, each individual take responsibility. So mission control and contribution and cloud safety and privacy. Apart from those stuff, GitHub is used to showcase your profile. For example, if you are making a good resume, you can use GitHub to showcase profile. You can maintain your project and showcase your project on GitHub while companies hiring people. They will check your GitHub profile and what are the projects you have done. So those are the main parts of GitHub. So let us try up using GitHub. So I already to use GitHub we need first download Git in our system. I already download Git in my system. If you don't download, you can download from this page. I already download this Windows stuff. Let me install it. So I deleted the repo. Now I create a repo on the same name. And I will check the username. Yes. So I will create a repo on the same as username and I will add github.io. This github.io is used to make a repo as a make this repo as a home directory of github.com of our profile. So this is a command that used to create a readme file and inside the readme file it will be written, so it's not required, so I am ignoring this. And git init. Git init is the command that used to initialize the git folder. I will show what is inside the folder. I use ls command. Okay, it is Windows LSLA command is not available. I will try to get that. Okay, Flash also is not available. No issue. Portfolio. If you see there is a return file known as .git. Inside that git there is some git stuff inside this. I don't understand, but not issue. But this git it init file command used to get that folder and that stuff. After that, I'm not adding git dot readme file. I will add, instead of writing this command, I'm adding git add minus some, or you can better ignore this command because you are not gonna add anything right now. So git commit. Okay. Not really. Okay. So I will add a file git add minus dot. So the minus dot, oh sorry, the dot means like everything inside the repo. If you see the CD, it will change the directory, and my dot is the current directory, and dot is previous directory according to Linux and GitHub, and git slash and index dot html. If you type it means you are opening the file. So you are adding git add dot means you are adding every stuff inside the folder, inside this directory. Uh, Opening this and I am closing. Okay, we added everything in this stuff. Instead of writing this command, we will directly write this command. Now we will commit. This is not happening. We make a commit and we will branch. We send it to main branch, and we are connecting this cloud repo into our remote repo. We are using git remote add origin, and we are trying to push it. So we didn't log in, so some pages like this will open and sign in with your user. I guess login is done, I guess. And our last command is git push, and the push command done almost. So if I go back to this page, I will refresh. So if I refresh the page, you can see the difference. Okay. Now you might confuse on git add dot command. So let me explain. So let me create a new page, that is 123.html, and I will write some stuff and I will save it. Now I will write git status. Yeah, you can see, yeah, and track the file here. For example, if you change some modify, so you can write that same command. You can see that one file is modified, one file is changed. So if you want to see the status, you can see. So you now imagine you want to add the stuff. We didn't make the major change, so I want to ignore this change. I just want to open. I want to push only this file into our cloud repo. So what I can do is I will add a git add, and then highlight this stuff. And again I will git status. It will say green, that is added, and now I am writing git commit -m, and I will name my commit, that is adding the 2123.html. You can name anything on this or like this, but it is good habit to name it properly. And the commit has been happened. Now I am writing the command git push. So the push has been done. If you refresh this page, you can see the new page, but there is no change on this page. Okay, like we have modified this page on your portfolio, but it is not happened on this place. Okay, so if you run the git status again, you can still see the modified page. So we will take one more example like this. I will create one more page like 876.html and I create one more file, one index.css file, and I am deleting the bold page that we have made, and again I am running git status. It says yeah, file is deleted and a modified file and two untracked file. So now imagine you are creating multiple files and you want to push everything. Most of the time you need to push everything, so we are using git add dot. So in Linux operating system, Git is based on Linux. So GitHub is based on Linux and Git is based on Linux. Uh, so this dot means the current directory. Directory means folder, you can say. So it will add every files inside the folder. This is what git add dot means. And then now I am committing this git commit -m, and then I will name this commit as deleted this file, and in the video recording is stopped somehow. So before adding the commit, I will check the git status. I cancel it using Ctrl C. I check it git status. There are some changes, that is deleting that file to 123 HTML file and created a new HTML file, that is 876.html, and index.css file is created and some modification in index.html. So now I am committing. I commit and this is commit message and the commit is added, and git push command I run and the push is happened. Now if I go back to our code, you can see that commit changes, and yeah, there is the change and this is the commit message. You can see the changes as like this. You see index.html. You can see the change that we had made on index.html. Okay, perfect. Now we will copy this, copy this, copy this, copy this, and we replace this with this. And we will delete this file, we will delete this file, we will delete this file, and we will delete this file, and open the terminal. And there is only one file here. Now I will check the git status command. There is deleted lot of stuff and there is modified in html.html index.html file. Now I am adding our stuff using git add dot command. Now again I am checking git status. There is committed. We need to do a commit. One more thing, and I will rename this commit as final. The commit has been happened. Now I'm checking git status here. So it says on main branch and Arjun one commit has happened. Now I'm doing git push. Perfect. Now the push has been happened. And I get it. There is only one page. Now I will host this page using going to settings, pages, It is already hosting. Your site is already hosted. I will click 1 minute. Okay, last deploy is 4 minutes ago. I will go to action and I will delete old info and this is running before I will go first. It's running before that. I will delete the old. Okay. Now, if you see the workflow is running properly, I will open this by clicking this. Okay, perfect. Now our website is working from anywhere in the world. Connecting to tab anywhere in mobile in anywhere. So this is what happened in last class, and I will teach few more commands. And GitHub is also used for cloning new project, open source project. Before that, we will understand what is open source project. For example, open source project is the project that is like the source code of the project is open to everyone to make the changes. For example, some open source projects are Android, Chromium, and Linux. There are many open source projects for VLC player. Like that, there are many open source projects. You can check out some open source project from my repo. I will check. This is link to my website. It is on open source. Anyone can see this. Now I am copying this using either I can fork this project like this. Let a fork. So fork is like you are copying you are copying the open source project of mine, which is this Ramachokkalingam slash this project into your project, that is Kunal and Ramachokkalingam GitHub. So whatever changes that you are making on this project is happen on only on your stuff, not gonna affect this stuff. So I'm gonna clone this project using creating a new folder. I created a new folder. The folder creating a new window. Open folder. Yes, no, I will do one more step. This one. And open it on GitHub. Yes, I open it on VS Code. Now I'm going to clone the project using git clone, and I'm gonna copy this URL. So I'm going inside this folder cd cd. Now I am inside this folder and I list every file. There is some file. Now I'm gonna run this project using live server. You can see this project. Now I'm gonna make some changes as a Kunal. I will change like Control H, I will change how much command into now. I will replace this on every step and my second name has been replaced to null. Okay, perfect. Now if you see how much of Lingam is changed into null. Now it's your project. So this is how clone command is work, and you can use open source project for yourself. Now there are many open source projects like Chromium. That is how Chromium. This is the open source project of Chromium, and Chromium is the open source project for Edge, Chrome, Brave, and many other browsers. And that's all happening in our GitHub workshop. Hope you understand. If you have any doubts, you can send message on my LinkedIn. If you have any doubts, you can contact me via LinkedIn. You can search my LinkedIn. Like this is my LinkedIn, and you can message anytime. And then one more thing, that is GitHub Copilot. I said who all are attending the event, they will get GitHub Copilot, but it is not on the event day. So you can get GitHub Copilot using student ID. I forgot that day because a lot of student doesn't have student mail ID, and due to considering time, they are run out of time. So I will explain how to get GitHub Copilot for free. So in Google, you can go. In Google, you can search GitHub Copilot student. You will get student developer pack and sign up for student development pack, and you should log in your GitHub and add on. If you want to learn more commands, you can check it out on our technical website. By the way, in meantime, I like to it's you can check it on our website and then blog, and then you can check out this, and then you can download chat cheat sheet, and you can see a lot of comments that useful, and some comments that I didn't explain but because it is quite complex, but you can try by yourself. And I like to give you a small shout out to our team who work on to make this event successful, and then I give a special thank to Kunal, who is giving laptop on the event day to present why it doesn't have Git and GitHub Git and VS Code in his new laptop. And thank you everyone. See you. Chill.